My ninjas, what is good? The time has come. Persona collab is today. And we're going to be taking a deep dive at Yukiko's skills to see if she is really worth your pulls. I just recorded and uploaded a Makoto video before this one, so be sure to see that. But we're going to be, react to the motion demonstration as we always do. But without wasting any further your time, let's dive in. Again, I wish they could have gotten the English VAs for these guys. That would have been cool. I do love her stance, like her lobby or idol, like her lobby animation. Wait, it looks very cool, very Persona-esque. I love the blue flame, the Persona in the back, the stance. Very cool, very cool. Again, all Persona girls are not thick in the slightest word. Do not come in here expecting any sort of fan service. Yeah, they are as stiff as a board. But they look good though. Oh shit, Ram says the server is up. God damn, man, we gonna finish this first. Also, Ram, thank you for yelling at me, telling me the server's up. I appreciate you, homie. How are you, Ram? Yo, I love the effects on this. Like, damn. I'm loving all the visual effects on that. That look clean. Yukiko is a machine gun fire cold burst 3 attacker. So, for anyone who doesn't know, machine guns are like one of the best weapon types for DPS. So she already off to a good start. But her skill 1, Persona Konohara Sakuya, activates at the start of battle. Affects self. Persona Konohana Sakuya. The effect is continuous and cannot be removed. Function: Yukiko's heal her allies using her persona, which is very on par to what she would do in game. She would have a healing skill. So yeah. Effect 1. Activates every 3 seconds and affects all allies. Medida. Restores HP equal to 5.7 of the skill user's final max HP. Now, this final max HP. So when you see final, whether it's final max HP, final attack, it's always a good thing because it will take into consideration all the buffs or you getting from your supports or anything anything added on top of the base HP is being taken into consideration when it says final. Plus, this is very good. If I'm not mistaken, and y'all can correct me in chat if I am wrong, I don't think there's any other attacker in all of Nikke that also heals. Yeah, I think Yukiko might be the first, burst 3 attacker. We gonna say that. But yeah, I think she is the first burst 3 attacker that not only heals, but also does, not only does damage, but also heals. Which when you can get, dual function out of a unit is always good. It's always good. But anyway. Next part of the skill. Activates at the start of battle when full burst ends, affects self. Attack up by 65.37% for 15 seconds. Again, just like Makoto, because Makoto had a similar skill. If you have a very good team that can cycle burst quickly, this is basically a permanent up on this attack buff right here. So very, very good. Activates when one more takes effect. One more comes from Makoto. Again, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. We went over what one more does in Makoto's skills. Affects all enemies. Deals 400% of final attack's distributed damage. Again, I'll say it again. Final attack will take into consideration all the buffs you're getting from supports, OL lines, everything into this calculation, and distributed damage If there are more than one enemy on the team, the damage will be split evenly. If it's just one enemy on the screen, they'll be hit for the full amount of this attack. Anyway, moving to skill 2. Skill 2, Scarlet Flower. Activates at the start of battle. Affects self. Attack damage is up by 55.31% continuously. And I said it once and I say it again. Attack damage is like one of the best buffs you can get. It is the final multiplier of the damage formula, which is very good. And you getting like that's a pretty big attack damage buff right there. So yes, very good. Activates when using burst skill. Scarlet Flower. This effect is continuous and cannot be removed. Function. Yukiko strengthens herself. Affects 1. Activates every 3 seconds and affects all allies. Arama. Nailed that pronunciation. Restores HP equals to 5.7% of the skill user's final max HP. Again, she can do damage and heal, bruh. What more can you ask for? That way you could just, for your support, you don't even have to worry about making sure a support can heal. Now, I will say, a heal that small ain't going to be that good against, like, if the boss does a big, like, high damage and AoE attack. This is going to be good for, like, when the boss does a lot of chip damage and whittles you down over time. That's going to be very good for that. Not so much for those big AoE attacks, but yeah. Effect 2, affects self. Distributed Fire Amp. Distributed damage is up by 90% continuously, and this effect cannot be removed. Effect 3, affects self. Scarlet Protection. Damage taken from water cold enemies is down by, I'm going to just say 18%. Continuously, this effect cannot be removed. And the deactivate condition is when full burst ends. Activation when entering burst stage 3 affects self. Elemental attack damage is up by 48% for 10 seconds. Again, when it says entering burst stage 3, that means you just got to enter burst stage 3. She doesn't have to be the burst 3 that's bursting. Any burst 3 can burst. So, and she will get this buff. Activates when one more takes effect. Again, that's something Makoto does. Affects all 3 or affects all standard burst 3 allies except for the skill user and the persona state. And then it does so this is where follow-up comes from. And this is what will help feed or synergize with Makoto. Follow-up. Attack damage is up by 80% of the skill user's attack for 25 seconds. Now again, this is not final attack. This is just regular attack, meaning this is just taking in consideration her base attack. But she's an attacker. Her base attack is the highest out of all the classes. So 80% of that is very good. Her burst skill, Mar Agidon. Burst skill cooldowns 40 seconds, typical for a burst 3 attacker. It will affect all allies, deal 1,258% of final attack is distributed damage. Activation when cold enemy is present affects self. One more attack is up by 45% for 45.33% for 10 seconds. Oh, so Yukiko can also do one more. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. My bad, my ninjas. The one more affects self. It doesn't affect the team. It just affects self. So that's my bad right there. But still, that's very, very good. But my ninja, that is all I got for you. Yukiko is honestly, I want to go out on a limb here and say probably the best collab attacker we done ever gotten. She heals, she buffs the team to a certain extent, and then she also does a ton of damage. So yeah, and y'all can correct me in the comments, but I really do think that this might be the best collab attacker we done ever gotten. But join us next time. We're going to be diving into Aegis's skill. And if you enjoyed the video or want to see more, you already know what to do. Reach out and slap that like and subscribe button right in the bed cheek one time. Just like how you want to slap your favorite waifu right in the bed cheek one time. Leave me a comment telling me who you're most excited for or if you're pulling for Yukiko. And until next time, ninjas roll out.